Before I get started, I'm going to say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Salute to the men out there teaching the fullness of the scriptures in these times, to the hopeful elect scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird, tabernacle with King David, 144,000 mighty men. I look forward to your rulership in the kingdom to come. To the remnant, men, women, children, shalom. Okay, once again, I'm out here through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai to bring out the truth of the scriptures to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Israelites, included, not excluding, including the Israelite foreigners that will be scattered into all nations. Like I was having a talk today with a sister, with a sister, and you know, I made the statement, well, you don't know, she could have, the person we was talking about a situation, I said, well, you don't know, that person could have been a chocolate covered Edomite. Can't just go off skin color, off appearance. And she laughed. She said, I never heard that. I'm like, yeah, you know, Diana Ross children, Tracy Ellis Ross, you know, it's a black woman, black, her mama black, her daddy white. So for that case, she's a chocolate covered Edomite. But anyway, so as we get closer to the end and you see them stirring up stuff over there, you know, first it was Israel. Israel was steady bombing. So now Israel undrawed United States into this situation, and now United States is at war with Iran, and Iran just bombed a military base over there in Bahrain. I think it's Bahrain, or whatever it is. And I was stationed over, when I was over there in the desert, I was over there in that area. So yeah, so, you know, but it's all in the scriptures. It's all in the scriptures. Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and 1. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silent, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate. Oh, no, well, you don't supposed to hate nobody. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. A time of war and a time of peace. So yeah, so sooner or later, it's going to be that time that the scriptures talk about. Man. The scriptures talk about it. Let's go Isaiah. And 5, right? 6. 9 and 5. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel for fire. This was going to happen this time around. This time around, it ain't going to be old school and men on horses and swords and all of that. This war going to be fought with drones, with missiles, with domes, fictitious domes that's supposed to, this is what's going to technology and missiles. This was going to be this war right here. Let's get over there and war. Let's get over there back. Hey, Shalom, brother. Yahba Shem Yah Shabrakatah, man. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you stopping in every week or whenever you can, man. I appreciate the support, man. For real. Just trying to do my part, man. Matthew chapter 24 and 4. Let's go there. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. Yeah, there's all kind of people out here proclaiming to be this and proclaiming to be that. You got dudes I seen a dude on the internet talk about, you ask me a question and I'll tell you the future. I'm like, you got all types of weirdos out here right now. You got all types of weirdos. 6, Matthew 24:6, red letter. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Yeah. So it's in the scriptures that you're gonna hear about wars continuously. Every dang on week they talking about a war, about bombing. You got them Amalekites over there. You know what I'm saying? They could bomb anybody they want to. They could do anything to anybody in the world that they want to. Case in point, you had the Somalian. They went out there and they uncovered the Somalian fraud out there, right? They milking the welfare system and milking the food stamp system and all of this. So now you had a dude go to New Jersey. He went to New Jersey and he uncovered the fraud out there in New Jersey of the small hats. Look it up. He uncovered the fraud out there. They had one family in particular. One family had 17 children and they all getting food stamps and this and this and that. And then the father got a business, no doubt. This whole town in New Jersey is all small hat, curly head small hatters. And they all living on food stamps and welfare over there. But own businesses and this and this and that. I remember, like I said, going to I went to the food stamp office in New York City. This years ago. My son, this had to be 25 years ago plus. But I went to the food stamp office or whatever 25 years ago, and they had a special food stamp office. So I went to that one, and I was sitting in there, and I was amazed. They'd come in, they didn't even sit down out here with us. They'd come in there, go straight to the back, get help, and they leave. Husband and all, walk in there, get what they need and come out of it. But again, you can't talk about them. You can't say nothing about them. Can't say nothing about them. Matter of fact, let's get on them for a little bit. let's establish who they is first. We gotta establish that they Edomites first. Who is Amalek? Let's go Genesis chapter 36 and 1. Start there and jump down. Genesis 36 and 1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom, right? These are the generation of Esau, who is Edom. Drop down to 8. Thus dwelt Esau, Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom, and these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. Now, these are the generation of Esau. This is his descendants, right? Let's see who one of his descendants is. Let's go to 12. Genesis 36 and 12. And Tamar was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bore Eliphaz Amalek. And she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adar, Esau's wife. She bore to Eliphaz Amalek, right? Now let's go over here, right? Wait, let's get one more in here. I think it's one more. Yeah, these was the 15, 36 and 15. Because who's still calling themselves dukes out here? Duke of this, Duke of that, whatever the case may be, right? Lord Rothschild and all of them things, right? Genesis 36 and 15. These were the dukes of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, right? That boy Amalek. The firstborn son of Esau, Duke Tamar, Duke Omar, Duke Zephyr, Duke Kenaz, Duke Korah, Duke Gata, and Duke Amalek. All right, so we done established Amalek is Esau's grandson, right? Esau's grandson, right? A descendant of Esau. Now let's go to Numbers 24. Let's get on Esau's ass real quick. That's why you can't say nothing about them. So now it was okay. It was okay when they uncovered the Somalian fraud out there, and it was all on the news, and everybody was talking about it, in a big congressional investigation and all of that. But you uncovered a fraud out here in New Jersey, in this small little town that's all little small hatters, the JOOSs. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and uncover the fraud, ain't nobody saying nothing about it. Matter of fact, you anti-Semitic. You anti-Semitic. Even though it's Shem, S-H-E-M. It's not Sem, S-E-M, but you anti-Semitic for talking about the fraud. Running the cameraman, done striking his channel and running him off the internet and trying to cancel him. Let's go number 4 and 18. Numbers 24 and 18. And Edom shall be a possession, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was first of the nation. And what tribe of people is treated like they above everybody else? What tribe of people is treated like they still get the H-Core situation that happened in Germany didn't have nothing to do with the United States, man. That was over there in Germany. So why is the United States still giving them money for the Holocaust? Why is the United States still giving Israel money to this day? Still giving them tax money, still giving them money for weapons, still giving them military assistance and all of that stuff to this day. Not only them, you got Switzerland still giving them money, the Swiss banks, they still giving them money, and you still got Germany giving them money. Why? Right here. Numbers chapter 24 and 20. Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, who is an Edomite, we done just said he's the descendants of Esau. We got that in Genesis, right? Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Yeah, man. Yeah. Because the Lord is a man of war. Let's get that. Exodus 15 and 3. Establish that. The Lord is a man of war. Then we're going to see who the Lord say he's going to have war with from generation to generation. That's why they can't get no peace. They don't supposed to get no peace. Exodus chapter 15 and 3. The Lord is a man of war. Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushai is his name. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Yeah. The Lord is a man of war. He's a man of war. So when you see war in the Bible, oh, that's not what the Lord is a man of war. The Lord said, I got to put a set of people I'm going to have war with from generation to generation. Let's get it. Let's go. Exodus chapter 17 and 24. Exodus 17 and 24. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book. The Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jovanisi, and Jovanisi, for he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. For the Lord hath sworn, the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will war with Amalek from generation to generation. So yeah, the Lord got a set of people that he gonna be against from generation to generation. That's why you see them being exposed and all of that, and this and that, or whatever the case may be, and they never gonna get no peace. And the United States teaming up with them, you might as well say you going against them, you going in war, you joining war against the Lord. But they all Edomites anyway. Let's keep getting it. Where we at? Where was I? I was dead. Let's get this Amos. Let's get that Amos. Nah, don't do it. Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. It's all a plan divided by the Lord. Let's go. Amos 9 and 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, right? And the remnant of Edom is Amalek, right? The remnant of Edom is Amalek, because Amalek is the descendants of Esau. We read it, it's in the scriptures. That they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. Behold, I don't think I want to get my door out of that. We keep reading. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of the grapes, him that soweth seed, and the mountain shall drop down sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel. They will build the waste cities, and they will build the waste cities. Where's that? Where's the waste cities at? Where's else it talk about the waste I will throw down? Where is it at? The waste cities. Them cities talk about. It's Malachi, right? Malachi chapter 1, and let's start at 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and I laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Yeah, they gonna build up, but the Lord gonna throw it back down again. The Lord gonna crush the Lord gonna crush these people, man. The Lord gonna crush these people, period. The Lord gonna crush these people, man. Because he said he gonna wage war with Amalek from generation to generation. So they not going nowhere. They not going do what they think they gonna do over there in Israel. Matter of fact, over there in the Middle East. Matter of fact, where is that at? Let's go Joel, right? Let's go over to Joel. Joel chapter 3 and 2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh's judgment, right? And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine they may drink. They never did that to them small hats over there. Them is not the Lord's people, man. The prophecies don't fit them, man. At the end, the Lord say, my people gonna still be gathered and scattered into all nations, man. On the bottom, doing bad. These people, even if they in other nations or whatever, they go to other nations, they take over. They buy up different, they get in there and they, next thing you know, they end up buying up the properties, setting up their businesses and all of that. You can't say nothing about what they doing, or you gonna be anti-Semitic. The government, your government, gonna side with them against the people. Let's go to 9. Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. I told you, a time of war. It's in the scriptures. It's a time of war. We getting at the end where it's coming to World War III, a time of war according to the scriptures. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up, beat your plowshares in the swords, and your pruning hooks in the spear. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. Gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awake. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Yeah, they don't understand, man. It's a design by the Lord, man. Get everybody over there, get all the nations, all the military stirred up, and all of this and this and that. Then the Lord gonna come back and show them who really is a man of war. The Lord gonna come back and show them who really is a man of war. Let's go over here. I can get this one now. Second Esdras 13 and 1, right? And at Second Esdras 13 and 1. And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth falleth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Yeah, the militaries, them armies. They gonna stop. They gonna turn their attention. They gonna be like, oh shit. What was that one? The Dougie Fresh cut back in the days. Is it real? Oh my God! Is it real? They gonna see the and they gonna be like, oh snaps. So then they gonna all turn their attention to the Lord. They gonna attempt to fight. And after this, 2nd Esdras 13 and 13 and 5. 2nd Esdras 13 and 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. Yeah, he couldn't see the end of it. It was giant. It's going to be massive. When the Lord come back, he going to be flying on the most magnificent vessel of destruction this place ever seen, man. The Lord is a man of war, right? And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together in the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? Yahweh's Shabbat, Yahweh's judgment, right? We read that in Joel, right? All of them being gathered together, right? And after that I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him was sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath. Yeah, that the chariot gonna be smoking things. The chariot gonna be smoking things. I remember that movie. It was a movie called Invasion from Mars. I think that was the name of it. It had Fred Williamson. No, Jim Brown. It had Jim Brown in it. It had a lot of people. It's from, I think, the 80s, maybe the end of the 80s. But anyway, when the spaceships came, they had these beams it'll burn through straight hot fire, and it'll hit you in your stomach. And you will still be running, your stomach could be gone, and there'll be flames up here and flames down there. That's what's going to happen to this place. They know what the scriptures say coming. That's why they put it in movies. They know what's coming. They know what's coming. Thought I heard somebody. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, flaming breath, and a great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. That's going to be incredible to see, man. That's going to be incredible to see. And all the other nations after that going to be in check. When they see the destruction that's coming, what it's saying, 1 hour, right? In 1 hour they was destroyed. I think that's Revelation 16, right? Hold on, let me see. You come back to that. I think it's Revelation 16, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's saying in 18 too, for in 1 hour. Let's go 16. 16 talk about that destruction too. Yeah, that's 18. Let's say within 1 hour. Yeah, there you go, 1 hour. Let's go. Let's go Revelation 18 and 8. Point 10. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her, for they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Yeah, man. 1 hour, man. The Lord gonna make quick work of these people, man. The Lord gonna make quick work of them. Let's get back to this. And then I think the next one, I think is in Isaiah the 34th chapter I want to get. Tie it back to the Lord coming back to wage war with Esau. He coming back. He coming back for you, Esau. He coming back for you. So all this chest pumping and all of that right now, it's all for naught. Let's go 2nd Esdras 13 and 12. Afterward, I saw the same man come down from the mountain and called unto him another peaceable multitude, and there came much people unto him. Thereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, yeah, because it's saying Isaiah the 49th chapter, bound their kings and nobles with chains of iron. Right? Roughly paraphrasing. And there came much people unto him, some, and let me read that again. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and other some brought to them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awaked and said, Thou hast showed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer. Show me now yet the interpretation of this dream. For as I conceived in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. For they that were not left were in heaviness. Now understand I the things that are laid up for the latter days. Yeah, the end times. The things that is laid up for the latter end. He saw the Lord returning, all of the armies trying to fight against the Lord and his great big chariot, vessel, UFO, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be so big he couldn't even see from one end of it to the other, and he was zapping heads. That's what he saw. Then he saw the aftermath with people being offered up for sacrifice, people being put in chains. Now understand I the things that are laid up for the latter days, which shall happen unto them and to those that are left behind. Therefore are they come into great perils. Therefore are they come unto great perils and many necessities, like as these dreams declare. Woo! Oh nah, we out here like last week. Oh, y'all out here just saying this and saying it's in the scriptures. It's in the scriptures. It's in the scriptures. Just say you don't believe in the Bible then. It's in the scriptures. War is coming. A time for war. And when it really start, just know that you closer to the end. Once it really, really start, you closer to the end. Yeah, there you go right here. Isaiah, about the war with the armies, right? Isaiah chapter 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. See, I can we can stop right there. We done read it in Joel. We done read it in Joel. We done read it in 2nd Esdras. We done read it right here in Isaiah. The Lord coming back, and he gonna have a war with these armies, because the Lord is a man of war. So all they doing is how they say that doomsday clock, the doomsday clock getting closer to 12. All they doing is pushing the time closer to the end for them. That's all they doing. Once this war starts. Isaiah 34:2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together in a scroll. That's that mushroom cloud. That mushroom cloud. When you see when a bomb hit, boom, and then it come up straight like this. Then when it get to the top, what do? It go roll like this, and it look like a scroll. That's back in the days, you would roll the scroll up like this. That's what it looked like when a missile hit, boom, and the smoke come up, and it get to a certain height, and then it just do like this. It just go roll like this. So you seeing the men back in them days trying to describe what they visually seeing when they going to sleep, or when the Lord put a vision on them, and they trying to write it down in the words of that time. They ain't gonna say, oh, it's a mushroom cloud. No, they gonna say, oh, and I seen the smoke, and the smoke came up, and it looked like a scroll when it went in the sky. They describing what they see. So it ain't my vision, it ain't what I'm saying, it's what the men of the Lord, that the Lord put the spirit on these men to say. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 34:4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from the vine, and as a fallen fig from a fig tree. That's the figs be falling on an angle. That's the missiles. The missiles, when they coming in like this. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. They coming in on the angle. Boom, 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 boom. I know, I seen that first-hand experience again when I was in Saudi Arabia in the desert storm. I seen it firsthand. 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Greek where it said Edom. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down on Idumea, and upon the people of my curse, and the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness, and with the blood of the lambs and goats, and the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra. There you go. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Yeah, see? When the Lord returned, the Lord coming back, the Lord is a man of war. When the Lord come back, he coming back with great fury. He coming back the day of vengeance at hand. The Lord coming back looking for those that pierced him. The Lord coming back to get busy, man. And number one on his list is Esau Edom, the descendants of Esau Edom. Hey, Shalom, brother. Yahbashem Yahshua Brakatah. Shalom, brother. The Lord, when the Lord returned, the Lord got a list, man. He got a list. He gonna get 2/3 of our people too. He gonna get 2/3 of our people, man. I pray I'm not on that list, man. But again, even though I still know when I come back in the kingdom, even if I don't make it, I come back in the kingdom, I'm gonna be an Israelite. I'm gonna be an Israelite. I'm gonna be on the side with the boot. I'm gonna be on the side with the foot in the boot, not on the side with the boot in the ass. I ain't gonna be on that side. I'm gonna be on the good side. Let's get it. Let's keep going. Let's go. Let's get got some more. Let's get some. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that Job. That Job. I was looking for that Job. I was searching. I was like, I know where it's at. I couldn't figure it out. Then I found that I gotta get that one. Let's go Job chapter 21 and 27. Let's start there. Behold, I know your thoughts and the devices which ye wrongfully imagine against me. For ye say, where is the house of the prince? And where are the dwelling places of the wicked? Have ye not asked them that go by the way? And do ye not know how their tokens? That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. And we know who the border of wickedness, we just read that in Malachi. Who is the border of wickedness? Job chapter 21 and 30. That the day that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth in the day of wrath. Who shall declare his way to his face? Who shall declare his way to his face? And who shall repay him what he hath done? Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, I got that one right. Wicked, who shall? Okay, now let's get this. Now we can come over here. Yeah. Who shall declare his ways to him? This is what your future is, man. This is what your future is. So y'all can do all that, how they call it, grandstanding. You can do all that grandstanding. You can you can beat your chest and all of that stuff. You can do whatever you want to do. At the end, you're going to get thrown down, man. You're going to get thrown down. Ezekiel 35 and 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, and I will lay thy cities waste. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth. Yeah, man. Who gonna declare his way to him, man? Who gonna declare his way to him? Not none of these sellout pastors. None of these sellout pastors ain't gonna tell Amalek what's in store for him. Yo, the Lord said he gonna make war with y'all from generation to generation. Yeah, you first of the nations right now. Enjoy your reign on the top. Like Biggie said, your reign on the top is short like leprechaun. Enjoy it for right now. But you coming down, baby. You coming down, baby. You coming down, baby. Let's get this one. Back to who will declare his way, who will declare his way to his face. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go Isaiah 13:1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. Yeah, man. From the very beginning, man. That's who the Lord sent out here to prophesy against Mount Seir. Proclaim his way, his end unto him. His sanctified one. Dang, I just had it. Oh, there it go. The water y'all about to show I just had it. I was like, what was the next scripture that was going to back that up right there? Let's get it. Y'all know what it is before I knew thee in the belly, right? Jeremiah chapter 1:4. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and ordained thee a prophet unto the nation. And ordained thee a prophet unto the nation. Yeah. The main focus or the main objective should be to reach the elect of Israel. Then after the elect, the warn the 2/3 of Israel. Yo, this what's coming, man. You better tighten up. This is what's coming. Judgment begin at the house of the Lord. Then after that, hey, yo, Esau, check it out, man. You top on the list, man. You number one, man. You number one on the Lord list. Amalek, you gonna get it too. That's the objective. All you other heathens, Ham, Moab, Ammon, we ain't forget about y'all, but y'all gonna be a little bit further down on the list. We gonna tighten y'all up too. But Esau, you gonna get it. You gonna get it, Esau. Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, Lord power. I remember when I first started coming out here, man, on the highways and byways, man. Yo, I was terrified, man. I was scared. You know what I'm saying? I was scared. I had all kind of things going on. Something going to happen to me. This. I had all kind of. Now, man, it's like, man, hey, man. Jeremiah 1:6. Then said I, our Lord power, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. I have put my words in thy mouth. I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out. Didn't we say, we start off in Ecclesiastes? It's a time to root out as well. It's a time to plant. It's a time to pull out that which is planted. We read that. See, I have, Jeremiah 1 and 10. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out, to pull down, and to destroy, and to throw down, to build and to plant. Yeah, man. Let's get this one. Romans. We rolling now. We in the zone now. For 3, we pulling up from half court right now. Let's go. Romans chapter 9 and 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endureth with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Huh? So the Lord just putting up with the shenanigans of these nations, man. Especially Esau. He putting up with the shenanigans or whatever. They over there with the biggest mole parade in the world. Every year is over there, and they just all kind of debauchery going on over there. That's the where every one of they little small hatters get caught trying to pedo kids and all of that. Jeffrey Epstein and little kids all around the world. What they do? Soon as they get out of jail, they go back to Israel, and you can't do nothing to them. Israel, one of them nations where you can't even deport nobody. Somebody do a crime there and go back to Israel, they good. They ain't got to worry about the United States extraditing them. But let somebody else go to just about any other country around the world. United States coming in there to pluck you up out of there. They gonna get you. They gonna put pressure on the government to turn you over to them. Not Israel. Israel, you good. Let's get this one, right? The next one will be Proverbs 16 and 4. Right? Yeah, there you go. Let's start at 1 and read down, right? Ain't got nothing to do. Let's read down. Proverbs 16 and 1. The preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weigheth the spirits. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Yeah. The Lord made these heads for the day of evil when the Lord returned, man. To smoke this place, man. When the Lord returned to smoke this place. Let's go. Let's get Psalms 24. Lord coming back to smoke them. Esau, you number 1. Amalek, you the first. You chilling right now. Yeah, you sitting cushy. You over there with your feet propped up. This our land, and we return home, and we this. They're changing their names to try to make it seem like they the people of the land. Man, get out of here, man. Let's go Psalm 24:7. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Yeah, man. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord said King David was a man after his own heart. King David was killing a lot of people, man. King David was putting in that work, man. Lord said King David is a man after his own heart, man. Let's keep getting. Revelation. Let's go over there. Revelation 19. The righteous judge. Yep. Let's get it. Let's go. Revelation 19:11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but himself. And he was clothed with the vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of the Most High. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Yeah, man. This line up with what we was reading in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. 15. Revelation 19:15. And out of his mouth goeth sharp swords. They were saying it was flames and all of that in 2nd Ezra. When the Lord returned, he coming back to wage war, man. He coming back to wage. So this little war they starting ain't nothing when they see the Lord return. Revelation 19:15, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, and with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress in the fierceness of the wrath of the Almighty power. Yeah, that line up with this one too. Who it is that come from Edom, who dyed garments from Basra. 63, right? Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, that which is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength? I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel? That we just was reading that. We just was reading that in Revelation. The end times. The end of the scriptures. Revelation. See, this gonna be one of them loud trains. Yeah, where you at? Okay, Amtrak, get busy. Back to it. Isaiah 63 and 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the wine press. I'm thinking about 2 Corinthians now. Put down all rule and authority, right? I have, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my remnant. For the day of my vengeance is in my heart. For the day of my vengeance, for the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeem is come. Yeah, man. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore, my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me, and I will tread down people in mine anger, and I will tread down the people in my anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to earth. Yeah. The Lord coming back, man. When this war kick off, this war, they starting it over there. They starting the war and all of this. And Iran gonna fight back, man. I ain't gonna fight back. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna make them other nations, right in the beginning, they not gonna be fighting directly with Iran. What they gonna be doing is they gonna be giving Iran weapons. The same way United States giving Israel weapons and all of this stuff. You gonna have China. You gonna have the BRICS nation. They not gonna just. What's the whole purpose of being involved with the BRICS nation? And when you get attacked, none of y'all help us. So they gonna help Iran. They gonna help Iran. They gonna give Russia, China. They gonna give them something. They gonna give them some stuff. It makes no sense to be involved in a coalition called the BRICS nations if when the United States jump on my neck because Israel doing something, y'all don't help us, so you know they're gonna help. So you got NATO on one side, you got the BRIC nations on the other side. If you don't know it, look it up. You ain't gotta believe me, look it up. Where we gonna go now? Oh, I was thinking that 1 Corinthians. Let's get that. What is it? 15, right? Yeah, there you go. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and 24. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Father, to the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. When the Lord return, that's what it's going to be like, man. When the Lord return, all of the armies, World War III gonna be hot. They gonna be getting busy. Everybody gonna be fighting. They gonna be skirmishing. Maybe some missiles gonna be done flown in the air, whatever. Once the missiles fly in the air, that's all, man. That's it. The Lord coming. Once the missiles get to flying, the Lord coming. And I'm not talking about the regular missiles, boom, boom, boom. We talk about the nukes. Once them nukes start flying, that's it. But it don't it say that's the last plague, right? Let me get that. That's Zephaniah, right? No, Zechariah. 10:27. Zechariah 14 and 12. Yeah, not the last plague, but a plague. Zechariah chapter 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Let's see what the plague, let's see the description, them describing the plague, right? And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. What kind of plague do that sound like? That sound like an intense kind of flame, intense kind of fire. That's not no bomb. That's not no bomb. That's the nukes, man. That's the nukes coming. That's the nukes. Let's get this one. It's Malachi 4, right? Yeah. Malachi 4:1. Behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. This is the last plague, the last plague. So all of this is not going, it's in the scriptures. The men of the Lord that was seeing these visions, all of the men of the Lord was getting these same visions, and they was describing it in different ways. Just like if you take one incident that occurred, and you get 50 people to look at it, and they seeing it from different angles, and they seeing stuff that the other one didn't see, and this and this and that, or whatever the case, you're going to get 50 different, it's describing the same situation, but you're going to get 50 ways, different perspectives. There you go. Different points of views, different perspectives on the end of the world. This is what we getting right here. This is what the scriptures are giving you. It's telling you what's going down. Let's get that Psalms. Telling you this is what's coming. But, we don't know the Bible, and y'all stick with that prosperity doctrine. Yeah, go ahead. Keep listening. Pastor Pork Chop tell you his version or Christianity version of the scriptures. We don't care no more. We don't care no more. Psalms chapter 7 and let's start at 8. Psalms 7 and 8. The Lord shall judge the people. The Lord shall judge the people. Judge me. Oh, and if you look at society, what do you think they get a passing grade for what they doing? Food. Look at the state of the food in the supermarkets. The air, they spraying chemtrails all over the place. Pollution everywhere. What you think if the Lord was giving this place a grade? It's gonna get a passing grade? Please, man. Gotta feed chickens antibiotics so they don't get sick. Places. Psalms 7 and 8. The Lord shall judge the people. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness and according to mine integrity that is in me. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. But establish the just, for the righteous power triumph the hearts and reigns. My defense is of power of the Most High, which saveth the upright in heart. The Most High judgeth the righteousness, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. Who was described as the boy of wickedness? Amalek, Esau. Descendants of Esau. Remember in the day when they said race it, race it? The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword, he hath bent his bow, and have made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors. Yeah, man. He already, what is that? Is it Isaiah? He created the smith that bloweth the fire, right? Is it 54? Let's see. It ain't 56. I think it's 54 and 16. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Come, the water, y'all, by Shemel. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Huh? The Lord did all this, man. The Lord put the spirit on, what's that Oppenheimer dude? The Oppenheimer dude that came up with splitting the atom and all. The Lord put the spirit on him. The Lord put the spirit on him. Whether it dream or he was daydreaming one day or whatever the case, or he stumbled upon it by accident, the Lord did that, man. The Lord did that. Isaiah, see, that's the spirit. You know, I'll be putting the camp together, and I'm writing down things and this and this and that, and you ain't gonna remember everything that connect. But then look, boom, you start the scriptures start just flowing. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. I have created the waster to destroy. So let's go back to that one we was reading in Psalm 7 and 8. Let's go back to that one again. The Lord created it, right? Let's go back there again. 7, Psalms chapter 7. Let's start 11. The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutors. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. He hath made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pay. I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness, and I will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High. Yeah. The Lord created all of this for his hand, man. Where is that at? Let's get some more missiles. Yeah, let's get some more missiles. Yep, that's just the one. I seen it on the list, and I was like, yep, that's the one I was thinking about right there. Jeremiah, chapter 50 and 22. Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee. We was reading that the things he set up, his own traps, he gonna get snared in it, right? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory, right? Going back to the missiles, he created the waster, right? The Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord of hosts, the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the uttermost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our power, the vengeance of his temple. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work. Going back to what I was saying, man. So the United States keep letting Israel draw them into stuff and this and this and that. And Israel ain't making no sense, man. Israel is straight up hypocrites. They not making no sense. But the United States, they do whatever. The United States is their puppet. So sooner or later, it's wearing very, very thin, man. It's wearing very, 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 very thin, man. These nations is getting tired of this. I'm thinking I want to try one more. I tried 16 and that wasn't it. Maybe it's Revelation 9. There we go. Let's go. Revelation 9 and 12. Sound is down, the point is down a little further. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. One war is past. World War I done passed. Two more woes to come, right? And then I think in 11, it say two woes is past and one more to come. So it's talking these woes is wars right here, right? But watch this part. The sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great Euphrates. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour. The four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in a vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire. Yeah, that's not describing horses, flaming horses. That's describing the missiles. 200,000, because when a missile shoot, the one missile, and then when it boom, it might break up into 1,000 missiles when it hit like that. So it's describing the destruction coming right there. But it say right here, the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year to slay the third part of men. Yeah, it's set up for an appointed time by the Lord, man. It's set up for an appointed time by the Lord to smash this place, man. Back to it, Jeremiah. Let's go back to it. I was thinking about that, man. Got that one, got that one. We got Amalek. Yeah, because they lying about that. I got that. Let's get this Job real quick, Job. Then we can pivot after we get that one. '27, '29, and '17. Let's go 16. Job chapter 29 and 16. I was a father to the poor. The cause which I knew not, I searched out. And I break the jaws of the wicked and pluck the spoil out of his teeth. And I break the jaws of the wicked and pluck the spoils out of his teeth. Yeah. Hey, get that James now. Get that James 5. James chapter 5. James chapter 5 and 1. Right? Taking the spoils out of their teeth, right? James chapter 5 and 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Yeah, because they done hoarded up everything. Fucking Rothschilds. Greedy bastards, man. Your riches are corrupt. I even seen where they were saying that the nigga Jeffrey Epstein won the lottery for $80 million in California 2 times. He won the lottery 2 times, and they did that so they could pay him with the taxpayers that's already struggling. We out here paying our money, thinking we got at least somewhat of a chance to win, and they already got the fix in to get a lottery money to Jeffrey Epstein. Fucking crazy, man. Your gold and your silver, James 5 and 2. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Who the one hoarding all the money? Even going back to what I was saying about them heads up in New Jersey, them small hats up in New Jersey. They getting all this money. You already getting checks from the government. I remember, I lived in New York, so I know it was times where they would just they had money in envelopes and they would just pass it out to the small hats up there in New York City. I remember. So you already getting money from the government, and on top of getting money from the government, y'all getting 17 of y'all on food stamps and welfare at the house on top of having a business. But it's okay, though. It's okay. It's okay. Let's get that. What is that? I think it's Proverbs, right? Not 20. Is it Proverbs 20 or Job 20? Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Job chapter 20 and verse 5. 4. Another train? Good googly goo, Frank. Yeah, you better back up. That truck was up under the thing. You better back up, stupid. You know the things that come down? He was up under the thing. He had to back his truck up when the thing came down. Yeah, I was quick with Amtrak. Job chapter 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphant of the wicked, is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Didn't we read that the Lord said he gonna how did he say it? How did he say he gonna, was it Exodus? The Exodus 20 he said that? I know he said he said he gonna, I don't want to misquote it. Yeah, there you go. He said, he said, Exodus 17 and 14. The Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance. I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, right? I will utterly put out the remembrance. Now watch this here. I will utterly put out the remembrance. Job 20 and 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? I'm gonna put his remembrance from under the heavens, right? They ain't even gonna remember this guy after a while. Talk about Esau. Let's talk about these heads right here. He shall 8, Job 28. He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. They try, but the truth, you know, the whole, they try, but they ain't doing enough. Because if they was doing enough, hands would have a reparation check. But they giving Israel a reparation check for the Holocaust. They getting a check. All the lands they stole, the flooded towns. You can buy shirts now. They flooded towns, destroyed towns, Black history, forgotten history. Please, man. These niggas can't pay that. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth. His bones are full of the sins of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Oh, here go another little fun fact too. the small, the JOOSs, the small hats, right? They say, oh, we didn't own no slave, but y'all owned the slave ships. Y'all owned all the auction houses. Did you know that the slave auction houses was closed on Saturday? Why? Because that's when they go sundown on Friday. They running in the house and all of that stuff like that. Friday night. Saturday is when they go and do their rocking thing with the little Talmud. But anyway, the slave houses, the auction houses and all of that was closed on Saturday. Yeah, look it up. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Through wickedness, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. Oh man, I got me thinking about this. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself, right? His wickedness be sweet in his mouth. He try to hide the evilness under his tongue. He'll come out and say, oh, the small hat community always been a friend of the so-called black man. We always was worked in good cooperation, and we always was good. Sirach 12 and 10. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Who over there right now claiming to be us? Who over there right now claiming to be us? Who helped with the slave trade, made money. The first thing ever traded on the stock market was slaves. The money that the initial money the Rothschilds made was off the slave trade. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent, or any such as come near wild beasts? So, one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? And look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z sided with Leo Cohen's small hat against Dan. Now look at Jay now. Going out to the Epstein Island and all of that stuff like that. Caught up in that bull crap, man. Because you wanted too much. You wanted too much. Doing the dancing with the little spirit chick. What's her name? A little Maria Dondranovich or whatever. Spirit cooking. Look up spirit cooking. Look up what spirit cooking is. Making food dishes with semen and all kind of blood, human blood and all that. Damn weirdo, man. She's a damn witch. A damn witch. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Every time, well, look at Puffy. Puffy didn't start them freaky parties by himself. He didn't start them freaky parties by himself. He went out there and he was, he was embraced out there. He was celebrated out there. But as soon as he went down, just like with Epstein, Epstein was trafficking to himself. Epstein ain't trafficked to nobody. He was a big trafficker of kids and this and this and that. He ain't trafficked to nobody. Even Maxine Griswold, she didn't traffic to nobody. They in jail for trafficking to who? Who was they trafficking the kids to? Where's they cohorts? But I seen them perp walk a dude for throwing some snowballs or whatever, a black dude for throwing some snowballs, and he hit some small hats in New York City. They perp walk him. What happened to them small hats that was up under the ground in them tunnels with them little bloody mattresses and the little baby high chairs that they had down there? What happened to that? You don't even hear nothing about that no more. Nobody was ever charged, where's the investigation? Man, please, man. 16, Sirach 12 and 16. For enemies speak of sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. Yeah, you can't trust these guys, man. You cannot trust these guys. What Leon Cohen said when he got on the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne asked him, he said, yo, what do you say about people that talk about you selling negativity to the black community and all that? With a straight face, this cracker, this small hat cracker gonna say, oh, I got kids to feed. So basically, I don't care. I got kids to feed. They don't care about us. They do not care. That's why they push Sexy Red, the Sexy Red. Small hats pushed her. Got lip gloss talk about gonorrhea. Lip gloss color talk about gonorrhea yellow or whatever. Fucking crazy, man. Damn crazy. Shit is crazy. Back to it. Job chapter 20 and 11. His bones are full of sin, full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat and his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. Yeah, man. All them riches they done gathered, they gonna cough them back up, man. They gonna cough them back up. Yeah, I'm about at the end. They gonna cough them back up. But yeah, these imposters over there, let's get on that again. Let's get on a little bit of that. Let's get on that. Let's start with Jeremiah. I've been wanting to get that one. That one, I seen something. I forget what I seen. I seen something and I was like, yeah, I ain't get that one in a minute. Let's get that one. Jeremiah chapter 14. I seen a little TikTok clip of I think it was Bishop Nathaniel. Yeah, it was Bishop Nathaniel. A TikTok clip of him over there, and I think he was in Russia, maybe Italy, one of the two. And on the wall, the picture of Mashiach, of Christ, Yahweh Shai, was a black man on the wall. That was an old one up on the wall, but down here it was the white guy, the white version. So he called him over and he like, yo, why is, what's going on? Or whatever the case. And the dude walked away, didn't even want to talk about it no more. And he was going into, he was going into it a little bit with him. They know, man, they know. Let's go. Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up. So yeah, they're trying to say, oh, that don't mean their color was black. They was black cause of famine. The famine, they wasn't eating, so their skin turned black from not eating. Yeah, man, get out of here. You niggas are lying. They are imposters over there, man. Imposter rosters over there, man. Let's go, what's that one? Yeah. Zechariah chapter 9 and 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. And so when you look at the map over there, Ashdod is on the coast over there, Israel or whatever. Then you got, what's that, Luke. Scriptures say they gonna be in our land, man. The scriptures say they gonna be in our land. Right in Luke. Yeah. Luke 21:24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive unto all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Their time not up yet. But clearly it say a bastard going to dwell in Ashdod. The tribe of Judah do not have leprosy, do not have pale skin, the highest rate of cancer going on, or the third highest rate in the world, rate of skin cancer going on over there. What's the next one? That Ezekiel. Scriptures say that they was going to be in our land. It say that. Ezekiel 36:2. Thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Yeah, man. The scriptures even say that these heads was going to be there. The Gentiles was going to be there until their time is up in possession of it. What's that? Say, hey, what's that? Can't get a stranger. A stranger gonna be. You can say it's not Luke. Is it Luke? Is Luke 12:2? I don't think it's 12. It say a stranger. Our land is given to strangers. Luke 12:2, not it. 12:2. Yeah, Luke 12:2. For there is nothing, red letter, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. And that's because the men of the Lord is out here telling, now everybody is kind of waking up and knowing that, knowing the truth that they not the people of the scripture. But it say our land is given unto strangers. I think that's what it said. I can't get it though. I can't get where it's at though. I can't see it. It's not it. Let's get a couple more. Got that. Got that. Got that. Let's try that. 12 and 2. I want to close out on there. Got that. Get lamentation, closing lamentation. Lamentations chapter 4. Then we get Amos. Close out with Amos. We get this one first, then we get Amos. This is Lamentation 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. I will no more carry thee away unto captivity. I will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. I will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. Yeah. They gonna have to pay for the things that they did, man. All of the stealing, all of the money they done amassed, how? Through slavery. They don't even pay. They borrow money from the banks and they don't pay no interest back. Meanwhile, you will have a hard-working brother paying 25% interest on something, man. What else we got? I said Amos. We're going to get that Amos and then we're going to close it up. All the way over here just to drive by me. Huh. People really don't be wanting the truth of the scriptures. They really don't. At the end of the day, they really don't. They want to hear Christianity. They want to hear something make them feel good. Hallelujah a couple of times. Amos chapter 1 and 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom before, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. And his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send a fire upon Timon. There go that fire getting the missiles. But I will send a fire upon Timon, which shall devour the places of Basra. Yeah. The Lord coming back to smoke this place. So all this war talk and all that, yeah, it's in the scriptures. The Lord is a man of war. It's a time for war. And the time for war is getting inching closer and closer daily. So yeah, with that one, I'm going to close out. The wide, I appreciate y'all checking in. I'm going to say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Salute to the men out there teaching the fullness of the scriptures in these times, to the hopeful elect scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David. I look forward to your rulership in the kingdom to come. To the remnant, men, women, children, remain spiritual. Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom.